That's a lie. I am not a Nazi.
For smell in the air, and I knew it wasn't mine. My new girlfriend was standing next to me with her hand on her behind. I thought of all the baked beans that we've been through and how I had gas, and she did too. She could empty out a room and create a space between us that could spell and bend and do. Baby, been trying to decide if she farts, does it matter when my knees get weak and my eyes start to water, then I think it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness, even if with every whiff she keeps glowing evermore. There are women in your life who will deny that they ever fart. You know they poop sometime. Well, they look you in the eye, baby, and say you're wrong. Then they'll fluff up those bed sheets and drop you a bomb, baby. I'm trying to decide if she farts, does it matter when her backside squeaks and my friends start to scatter when I'm thinking about forgiveness. Forgiveness, even if she's exploding. Come on, baby. Sweet garlic again.
Welcome to Space the Nation, 153 at WIOD. We're having a little pseudo-intellectual conversation over some rice and crap. Rice and beans. So how'd you get your thing? Don't talk because they get upset when you're on the show, but did you get your thing straightened out with your tent? Oh, okay. Let's go to a pig report in Hollywood. Wrong question. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you doing? Okay.
Glad to listen to you during the day. You make my day sometimes.
Well, thank you so much, sir.
Big report on the turnpike northbound. The airplane is up.
Are you serial?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good for me because I'm on my way right now.
Okay, they're on the air. They're up just before the Hollywood exit. They're writing 64 miles an hour now.
I'm going to put on my governor right on my thing.
You need the
Governor Bumpkin. I'm going to stick him right on my hood and go up to about 180.
Of course, there are no other highway patrol cars anywhere else in the turnpike in Broward County, so if you break down, you wait, but they were getting their feeding frenzy.
Well, they're busy now. They got to get it all in before that thing goes into effect.
Isn't that the truth?
Thank you, sir.
Neil, have a good day. Thank you very much.
See, that's the thing that Bill, did you hear that the other day, that he signed it into law, but all the stuff that passes now doesn't go in until, it used to be October 1st, but I think now it's July 1st or sometime in July. So now they got to make up for what time they're going to lose in the future, so they're going crazy. Homestead.
Hey, Neil, how you doing, buddy?
Okay, Pally.
I have one question, Neil.
Yeah.
Please tell me, is it too early to say Sammy Smith sucks?
Oh, jeez. Not only is it not too early, but where the hell is that one where it says Sammy still sucks? Where is that thing? I'll find it for you, sir, just to make sure, okay?
Thank you, sir.
And we know it without the instant replay.
I appreciate it.
Okay, have a great day.
Bye.
No, I was thinking about that this morning. I get this frightening feeling that I'm psychic because I had a dream this morning that I went to Vegas and I didn't win $2 million, and I think that's probably the right one. Where is the thing? I can't find anything. Roger probably screws with all my carts, and then he comes in, well, you got a crappy filing system. Don't we have one that says Sammy still sucks? Huh? Well, we have this, which... Sammy sucks! Oh! Yeah. But then we have the sequel to that, which I'll find eventually. Okay, here's Cooper City.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Listen, you hear about the new Cubs ticket thing?
The ticket thing?
Yeah, they got two programs. You buy one, you get one free, and if you buy two, you get to pitch that day.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Listen, I found a newfound respect for you.
I got news for you. It's not a laughing matter, sir. There's a lot of truth in what you say.
No, it's true. But listen, I found newfound respect for you, okay?
Yes.
When you actually went on the air and said that 98% of your people don't care about the harness track. And I think it took a lot of guts to admit that.
Why is that?
Because you're always talking about it.
No, see, one thing I learned a long time ago is that if you go on the air, like certain people in this business, I'm not going to mention names, only care about like baseball cards, okay?
Right.
Including one who's a good friend of mine and my attorney. The audience out there, can you imagine, stop and think about this. Can you imagine what percentage of the public is interested in baseball cards? And then of that percent, can you imagine how many might be listening to you at a given time? So you're talking about like a room at the Holiday Inn, like 50 people, okay? Out of potentially millions of people out there. You can't just drone on and on and on about the things that only you're interested in, or you're dead meat. And so if I just sat here and talk, I mean, I could talk about racing all day because I love it. I love the track, but I try to keep it to a minimum because most people out there don't care about it.
Listen, this morning you hit on something when you put those two people together on the phone.
Yeah.
Next time it drags out a little bit, just stick all the lines on at one time and let them all talk to each other.
Exactly. They deserve it.
There you go.
Have a great life.
Have a good ride home.
Okay.
Bye.
Have a good ride home. Boy, that sounded ominous. 157 at WIOD. In fact, I have to take my vet in today up to Ed Morris. Not because there's any problem. I love my vet. God, I love the car. Is so phenomenal. But GM called me a few days ago, and they have like a little recall thing where they're like about a half a dozen little minor, teeny things that they're changing. And so he's got all the parts, and they do it, and then they give you a car to drive for a day and all that other stuff. Like the engine and no, seriously, I don't know what they are. Little minor. Don't go knocking my. And you know the interesting phenomenon that I've noticed on. No, seriously, the thing I noticed that happens on your show now. All these punks that call in about the new Mazda, and it's always comparing to the vet. So we're actually forgetting about the Porsches now and all these other crappy cars. Finally, at least they're coming into the real world and they're starting to compare. The new standard is as compared to the 92 vet, and you're finally getting it right because the 92 vet is the best damn car it's been made in a long time, okay? And I'm sure that new Mazda you're talking about is going to be a beautiful car, but 31 grand, 35 you can get a vet, and I got news for you. A vet is a much more stylish car. I don't care what anybody says. I don't agree with you at all. I didn't get that vet because I wanted to be the only one on the road. I got it because I liked it. But I did see two others that color. I'm painting it. I still like. I don't care what any of you say. I still like that Pimpmobile with the yellow and the pink. I like it, man. I love it. And I'm going to tell you, he was?
Yeah.
For about how much? 10 grand?
No, for about 4,500.
Really? That like that?
Like that.
Woo! 4,500 big ones, man. Let's see if my check will cover that. Huh? Oh, yeah, it covers it and then some. What? You don't want to know how much I make. That's tacky as hell. I've worked long, hard years to suck this kind of money out of these nice people here. And I'm going to drain air, and especially for this extra half hour that I'm doing public service on the Mike Ranieri Show. See, I didn't realize that was also part of the deal in court. You don't know that. Not only do I do fundraisers for the Camillus House, I also do 30 minutes a day for the infirmed radio broadcasters who can't handle it anymore, okay? So I do like 30 minutes a day for the aged Mike Ranieri, all right? Because he can't keep it up from 9 to 10. He's having enough trouble from 9:15 to 9:30 with the mystery record in there, man. Oh, God, and the show, too. Well, listen, have a great day. And that's, oh, God, I feel so, all of a sudden I feel, have a great day at the stadium. Have a great wedding. Congratulations. I wish you and your lovely bride the best. I hope your tent gets straightened out. I hope you get your political, I hope she works on your politics, because she seems like a really hip with it and not too much like Ava Brown. Oh, I'm sorry. Laura Korn. Well, I didn't say nothing. Laura Korn is back with her boring book on Rick and Suds and News from Around the Planet. Joe and Sunday on Sports Talk, and Big Hank with Big Janet Reno tonight.
This is South Florida's news, traffic, and weather station. News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches.
Good afternoon. I'm Chuck Meyer in the 610 WIOD News Center.
Here.
Every year we get Canadian tourists coming all at one time. And it wouldn't be quite so bad if they would learn to drive. Out on the beach you'll see Canadians who weigh 300 pounds. They run around with the Speedo on and their footpicks hanging down. They old, they cheap, and they ugly. Yeah, they're old, they're cheap, and they ugly. Yeah, they're old, they cheap, and they ugly.
Okay, I was wrong. I lied. Boca Brian called, said that the song was based on a song. In what year? 60-something?
68.
68. The Tams called what?
Be young, be
young, be
foolish,
hung, be foolish, be happy, and be still my sweet thing. And the Tams also had a hit, What Kind of Fool Do You Think I Am, on ABC Paramount 1964. But it seems to me that Bill Deal and the Rondells had the big hit on What Kind of Fool Do You Think I Am. Isn't that amazing that just happens to be in a rap? And that's the one thing listed under the Tams in the book? But that's enough. 1027 at WIOD, Miramar.
Hey, Neil, I got a problem with your reporting on the traffic ticket recordings there.
My reporting on the traffic ticket
the ad you do for a ticket clinic or whatever it is?
Yeah.
I had 2 speeding tickets, one in 87 and one in 88, and on my certified copy from the state of my driving record the last 7 years, I have no entries within the past 7 years. Now, I checked on this, and they said the only ones that stay on your driving record, regardless of whether points are assessed or not, are DUI, chargeable actions, and intentional reckless driving. Other than those 3, anything else can be erased by going to traffic school.
I don't believe it.
I'm telling you, I'm holding my record right in my hand.
Well, you may on your you may have it in your hand in your record too, but I'm telling you I've talked to a lot of people and they all tell me the same thing.
Well, then
so why would everybody?
It must have just changed then, because I'm looking at the copy of my tickets. I got 2 speeding tickets, one in 87, one in 88.
Yeah.
And on my last 7 years, my certified copy from the state.
I keep it real quiet if I were you.
I got 0.
Okay.
No, I already checked on this, and they told me the only ones a judge, even if a judge gives you a fine over points, on, like I said, chargeable accident, DUI, and intentional reckless driving, those are the only 3 things to stay on your record for 3 years, even with or without points.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of this, sir. We're going to get Perry Mason out to check it out for us.
All the traffic violations
Ironside
come off with the school.
Okay.
Running stop signs, speeding with no more than 15 over the speed limit, blah, blah, like that.
Like I said, we'll check it out.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
He's full of crap. 1029 at WIOD. They could be right. Wouldn't be the first time we've lied a lot on this station.
I agree.
1029 at WIOD. Let's try Kendall. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir?
My opinion about Bill Clinton is that Casanovas do not make good presidents. The latest news is that Clinton is engaged in dirty businesses. Songas is a better choice for the Democrats. Do you think so?
Well, I'd say Songas is probably at least as articulate as you are, yes.
Yes, but Songas is a righteous guy. He speaks clear and
he speaks clear as mud pie.
Besides, he has a clean life. This Bill Clinton is a son of a gun.
Right. Yeah, we want some real good, clean liver up there so we can all be just as clean, so our livers can be as clean as his is.
Right, Neil.
He's got about as much chance as we do, sir. He's got no chance.
Who got no chance?
Songus among us. He got no chance in his pants. Believe me when I tell you that.
Let me tell you,
he couldn't win a fixed race. He couldn't be elected dog catcher in Peoria.
Come up north.
What?
You have to wait until the primaries come up north.
Okay, I'm waiting. We got 2 of them coming this Tuesday, Illinois and Michigan, man. And if he don't, of course, he's anti-labor, and he was in there with the unions and the plants, and they were looking at him. They had their little thing out. They were going to stick it in his nose, and he's screwed, pal.
The one who laughed latest laugh better.
Okay.
Bye, Neil.
See ya. Man, got kind of a thick tongue, that guy. 1031 at WIO, doesn't he? Open line today at 751. Oh, here's Sal on the phone who was going to call real early, but I guess this is early enough for him. Get a haircut, will you, please? Sal? See that? See? Now you know why I got problems? Slow. You're slow. Get with it.
Well,
let's go.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. 10:30 in the morning, you just woke up.
Taking a day off.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. Get a haircut, please.
First of all.
The Prince Valiant of Plantation Acres, folks.
No big.
When you get like an earring in your nose, I think that would be a good match to the other ones.
Nah. My father would kill me as it is.
I think your father should kill you with that haircut you came home with the other day. Do you mean to tell me they didn't say anything about that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they should have. They should have beat the crap out of you is what they should have done.
He almost cut my ear off.
Good.
One I got.
Excellent. Good thinking.
Anyway, yesterday.
I'll tell you one thing. If you come home like over the weekend and you find a vest with a fish in it, I think that should be a good hint. Don't come home again.
Nah. Anyway, that guy that called yesterday cracking on my hair. Okay.
Crack it on your hair?
Yeah, my hair, you know?
Crack this, Sal.
Okay, maybe later. Anyway.
Okay. Sal,
what?
your image is going right. That laugh, don't do that again. It's going to be between the hair, the earrings, and that laugh. That's your history. The whole neighborhood's going to be looking out for you.
First of all, that guy yesterday, he don't know what my head looks like, right?
Yeah.
And
I do.
Right, you do. So
I know what your head looks like.
You could talk about it.
Huh?
You could talk about
right.
it because you know
and I will
what it
talk
looks
about it until you butch up and cut the crap. It looks ridiculous.
But hey,
it's not a laughing matter, Sal.
All
it's
right,
not a laughing matter. Who are you going to impress with hair that goes like at 75 direct? Who are you going to impress with that?
I don't have to impress nobody.
Oh, okay. So in other words, you just want to be a free. You just want to be free to look like a jerk.
No, I have the balls to do something like that to my head.
Great. Well, hey, why don't you engrave like a license plate number on top of it and like put a ring on your nose and a thing in your puppet? That'll look really good. And then say, oh, I have the balls to walk around looking freaky, man. That's great. I'm
Why
different.
should I look like every other moron, right?
You don't. You just look like every other punk that wants to be. You know what that reminds me of? It's like the 60s when they all said that we want to be individualist, man. We want to think for ourselves. And they all looked and they smelled the same. You know, they didn't shave and they didn't bathe and they walked around like slobs. And they were all the same. They're all, we're hippies, man. We're individuals.
Anyway.
They all looked the same because they all wanted to be like everybody else and they were on.
Hey, I'm on vacation. I'm going to the Met game today.
Oh, great. Oh, and that, not only does he have bad hair, but he's also a Mets fan, by the way.
Oh, listen to this. I got a pig report for you.
Yeah.
On 3rd this morning, and there she was, laying next to me.
Sal.
Well, Joe, come on.
That's all you're going to get with that hair. I think Sal needs to go over. I'll leave these ads in your doorstep for these private friction dancing. I think that may be the only way to go. It's in the dark. They'll never know the difference.
Friction dancing.
Private friction dancing, Sal. When in doubt, you get that lawn straightened out. Have a great day, Sal.
All right, wait, hold on, Neil.
Yeah.
I got a call from a douchebag.
Yes.
People at Anlin, minus Glenn, they're all douchebags.
I agree. See, you just stepped on the cart. I can't believe you did that.
Who did?
You did.
I did.
The guy said,
I agree.
And you stepped on it. Have a great day, Sal.
Bye, Neil.
See ya. Get my lawn straightened out, man. It's as brown as Larry King's thing. We have an open line in the center square, 524-WIOD. Paul the Hair Guy was here before, by the way. Paul the Hair Shampoo Man, not to be confused with Paul the Hair Slicer, who brings his Fluby in every month. Isn't that what they call those? What do they call those things?
Floby.
Floby? Fluby, same thing. Fluby sounds a little more exciting to me. Hey, how's your Fluby, Paul? Anyway, it's 25 till 11 at 610 WID. Oh, it's in a tumid state, huh? Like Arizona.
I need help.
Alex just handed me a phone message that came in this morning, I guess, from Bob, I'm not going to even mention the name, at Continental Cable. How about that? And I'm glad you brought me the message because I forgot to mention that yesterday again. I did not receive a phone call, a letter, a message, a note under my door, or Skull and Crossbones or anything else from Continental Cable. How about that? Pretty interesting. Let's do Miami on the Star Line. Hello. Miami's gone on the Star Line? Well, that's their problem. Lake Worth.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Listen, this FCC chairman, Al Sykes, should be strung up by whatever private parts he may have.
Oh, don't say that, especially if they're turgid, man. Don't even get into that.
I don't think they could be turgid.
I doubt it.
In the nether region.
I think that's the problem.
It's driving me nuts.
The most asinine, the most ridiculous, the most outrageous bunch of crap. In other words, instead of just weeding out a lot of these licenses of these marginal stations,
right,
and just like closing them down and making them go dark or doing something, and because they've just overdone it, we're just going to let everybody else buy them up and just have little monopolies everywhere.
And the whole reason that
pretty soon Ted Turner's going to own everything on cable. I'll guarantee you that. You'll have like 700 stations on your cable, and Ted Turner will own like 680 of them.
Exactly. And the justification for
and the
all
other
this,
20 will be Home Shopping Network.
The justification for all this, if you ask them, is because the business is in the dumper, and it was this kind of policy that put them in the dumper in the first place.
Right.
All this deregulation during the 80s when they
right.
did it.
Well, the only thing they want to regulate is is if you say crap on the air. That's all they want to regulate.
That's right.
They don't have time to regulate the business end because they're too busy sitting listening to tapes, worrying if somebody said douchebag one time too many on the air, or if Howard Stern said dickhead in New York. They're all bent out of shape about that. Because they got to protect the morality of the public and of little children and everybody else. The word police up there are sitting worrying about what the hell you said. And I can't believe it, but I just saw Ponytail strut through the hallway there. I can't believe it.
Well, string his butt up, too.
At the same time, and make a hell of a Quinella.
That's right, from tower number 3. Now, their priorities are completely ass backwards, and I have the capper, though, for you. I think
Disney's going to like this, though. He would like being general manager of 6 radio stations.
Oh, great. Disney World.
Yeah. You got it.
It's going to be the Epcot Center of Radio.
Just stick him on Space Mountain Man and give him a spin, right.
Yeah, Goofy's the consultant.
Yeah, we've already got Goofy. He's the PD.
Yeah, there you go. The capper of all this is what's really going to make you apoplectic at the NAB convention in April next month. Who are they going to honor? Who's the keynote speaker? Who's the big kahuna?
Probably, I would think Super Dave.
Nope. Even worse.
Larry King.
Ronald Wilson Reagan.
Yeah. Fits right in.
Yeah. Oh! The guy who killed him.
Right.
The guy who held the gun to their head and let them pull the trigger themselves.
That's right. That's like Rick Riley voting for Pat Buchanan, man, because he's a real liberal and wants freedom. And, yeah, that's Rick Riley.
And, oh, man.
Politically incorrect.
Well, I'm losing control of my bladder. I got to go.
Man, I need help.
10:44 at WIOD. What are you doing here this early? They don't open for another 45 minutes over there. If I'd have known you were going to be here this early, you could have brought us some crap today. Yeah. But he didn't, did he? I don't think we can wait till 11:35. I'm just ravenous this morning. Starving over here. What do we got? Do we have anything around in the neighborhood that he can go get? Like Taco Bell or something? Well, that soup is good, but God, that gets old. You know what? Gets old. We need something new and good. Why don't you go up to Flores? Oh, the greatest, the best. Jeff Cohen delivers from Flores. Oh, so anyway, what is the deal? Were you right about your club seats that you will be able to get those and I can buy them, right? For like $80 million.
News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD presents the Neil Touch and Talk with Neil. Dial 751 WIOD from Dade. In Broward, it's 524 WIOD. Outside the 305 area code, toll free 1-800-944-WIOD. And Bell South Mobility customers make a free call by dialing star IOD.
Look at that hair.
The opinions expressed
Gloria
by the
Swanson,
guest host and callers, not
what's her name?
necessarily those of this station. Now, here's Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD.
Sways round his middle with a jiggle when he walks. Sways round his middle when he walks. Happy for him. What is fudge? It's Hank Goldberg and his overhang. The biggest overhang that sways round his middle when he walks. What is fudge? It's fat, rich, and it's cellulite. The creamy cellulite that sways round his middle when he walks. What a chubby pair of fat boys. They really like to chow their meat. It's been so long that they've had a chance to really see their feet. What is fudge? It's Hank Goldberg and his jelly roll. The biggest waste of flesh that sways the Earth's rotation when he walks. Sways round his middle with a jiggle when he walks. Sways round his middle when he walks. Sways round his middle with a jiggle when he walks.
He's not just Hank Goldberg. He's a hippopotamus.
That's bad. That's really bad. 9:35 at WIOD. Feel better today. My throat, though, is raw as a, like if you cut it with a paring knife, a thing. But hey, that's not a little cue there. That's we're going to get some soup in here early this morning. Denenberg went over and called Sonny, and we'll see if something happens about that. Highly unlikely, because Denenberg is totally lost it when it comes to the food. Can't get anything done right. First order of business, we are giving away a pair of Marlins season tickets. How do you like that?
Now, do we know where these tickets are going to be? Are these going to be club seats? Because that's the one thing Boy Gary neglected to tell me. But he did say it's worth about $3,000, so I assume that these are like the $15 or $16 really good seats. We wouldn't give away cheapos, would we? Well, you never know. But anyway, it's a good deal. These are a pair of season tickets for the 1993 Marlins baseball season. And if you'd like to win them, all you have to do is send us a postcard. You must postmark them April 1st or earlier. April 1st is what? 2 weeks from yesterday, right? Something like that, or today. And the drawing will be on April 6th between 9:30 and 2 on this here show. Send your postcard. Just put on the postcard on the back, Marlin tickets with your name and address and shoe size and jock size. Send it to Marlins Tickets, WIOD, Miami 33141. Marlins Tickets, WIOD, Miami 33141. And we'll have a drawing on the show on the 6th of April, and some lucky stiff out there is going to win a pair of season tickets. Not bad. Not bad. Put my name in there a couple of times, George. Also, support the fight against AIDS. The Comic Strip Comedy Club, 1432 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, invites you to join them for an evening of merriment and mirth this Sunday, March 23. The evening will be emceed by Donna Moran. Featured act will be David Goodman and headliner Max Dulcelli. I have no idea who that is, but it'll be fun anyway. $10 door cover will benefit Center One, the oldest and largest AIDS service agency in Broward County. For reservations and ticket info, call 441-8200. Showtime 8 p.m. this Sunday, the 23rd. 441-8200. And I mentioned the other day, I talked a lot about that movie Monday night. And wouldn't you know that finally I hit on something? Fox's Doing Time on Maple Drive scored the highest rating and share ever for a Fox made-for-television movie Monday night, drawing 15% of viewers. That's all together, coast to coast. And for a Fox show, that's pretty damn impressive. Great movie. Somehow we got to get a hold of copies of that from our good friends at Channel 7, who may not be good friends anymore, because I noticed that on my windshield yesterday, I leave the station, and there's a thing on WSVN stationery, one of their little notepads. Please help us save Bob. Thanks. There is nothing more that I would like to do than help save Bob Soper, because he's a great guy, and I can repeat all the stuff I said yesterday. The only problem, I think, is that it's a little bit too late, because the rumors have it that the Canadian Bimbette, who's going to replace Bob, is already here. Is that true? It is true. She's already here, and not only does he have to suffer the ignominious the crap, but he's got a trainer. So he's going to be, for however long he sticks it out over there, these next 7 months that he's got left on his deal, he's got to, like, break her in, so to speak, or break her leg, one or the other. I think breaking both legs would be a good idea. So I still encourage everybody to write to Channel 7, WSVN, your hometown station, 1401 79th Street Causeway, Miami, 33141, and let them have it. Do everything you can to just demand that Soper be saved. Save our Soper. I said that yesterday, and then I found out that some fat FM geek this morning is running the same Save Our Soper campaign. You know, Paul, I got to tell you one thing. You are as original as Alice Rantel. I mean, you haven't had an original between you and Lee Fowler. And speaking of morons on the radio, this is what somebody started yesterday. Remember they started the thing about Mr. Ego? And I didn't let it go because I'm not going to discuss and promote the light bulb. You know what it was? Comes on the air Monday. I'm home with the flu. I'm sick as a dog. Comes on the air. Well, the reason he's not on this morning, Neil Rogers has left WIOD. This is the same guy who told you that Rick and Suds wouldn't be on the 2nd of March. They were getting canned. The same guy who told you that Hank was going to be doing afternoon drive months ago, and they were getting canned. I mean, you talk about credibility. You can't complain about his because he don't have any. Just spew out any kind of crap, man. Just anything. Just when in doubt, spew it out, you asshole. 21 till 10 on your friendly station.
Look at
And now another Warren Henry Volvo pop culture quiz.
For the next 60-odd seconds, I'd like to talk about your ears. After all, you're probably using them right now and taking these marvelous little inventions for granted. You can poke holes in them, nibble on them, and they'll even keep glasses from falling right off your head. Then when you think about the deal you got, you'll thank your ears for listening.
610 WIOD.
Do you think that lady in Miami is still on the star line after that long break? Hello.
Hi.
You're still there.
Yeah.
What a great American.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Glad you feel better.
Well, it's marginal.
Marginal? Well, I saw that movie.
Yeah.
Doing Time on Maple Drive. That was
I've watched it
excellent.
3 times already, okay? I watched
Really?
it 3 times.
I thought it was really, really a good movie. It really made you think, didn't
Yeah.
it? I felt so bad for that kid.
Which one?
The one that ran the car. His
Oh, well, how about his brother? I mean, he had to feel sorry for that whole family.
He was weak, too, wasn't he?
The whole family, boy, just totally dysfunctional because of overbearing parents who wanted everybody to be perfect and live up to these unrealistic standards. Just crazy.
It's not the way it is in the real world.
So much truth in that movie, boy. It's so much on target. It rang a lot of bells for a lot of people.
I
believe me.
agree. I thought it was outstanding.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought I'd call and say hello this morning.
Well, thank you so much for hanging in there.
You're welcome. Talk
See
to
ya.
you soon.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Chili peppers heat up a cure for runny noses, it says. Since it's going around, everybody's got it. Ooh. In a quest to stop runny noses, researchers have turned to a spicy source, red-hot chili peppers. The ingredient that causes the pepper's burning sensation, a chemical called capsaicin, can desensitize nasal nerves that cause running, sneezing, and congestion. But just eating chili peppers won't do the trick, says Alkis Togayas of Johns Hopkins Asthma and Allergy Center. The problem is, he says, you have to put it in the nose.
I'm playing with my nose.
Exactly. So that's the deal. If you got the crud like I do and like everybody else seems to have, and you're like all stuffed up and your nose is running, and you got the sinus crap, get some of those red-hot chili peppers, man, and stick them right up your nose. Giving new meaning to that old expression, taking it up the 9:45. And also, by the way, Mike Katiss, who won the thing on the Mike Ranieri show this morning, Mike hates you like poison and says you're a schnorrer and you keep winning all these prizes and you show up everywhere he goes and you're kind of like Lizard Bob and just go away. He can't stand you. Also, well, Mike don't have the balls to say it, so I'll do it for him, damn it. He can't stand that guy. Can't stand these freeloaders, these schnorrers. Let's spread the goods around a little bit. We got the driver showdown at Pompano tonight, Kevin Wallace and Bruce Ranger. And George says that Cuban guys are ugly and that Cuban women are mostly become fat and grotesque.
But not the women in my family.
But not except for the women in his family, and he's just sucking around when he says that. He says that most Cuban guys are ugly. I couldn't disagree more, and if Orlando were here, he'd probably punch your ass out. Homestead.
Yeah. Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
What's up?
How you doing?
All right. You still sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the flu now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, try some of those chili peppers up your nose. Can't hurt.
Yeah, it just burned you up, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Or maybe someplace else might, just to burn that baby right out.
I just called to call somebody a douchebag.
Yes, sir.
My wife, who hates you like poison.
Does she really?
Yeah.
What a slut.
So, Monica, you're a big douchebag.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Feel better. Feel something. 9:47 at WID. So what do you think? Most Cuban guys are ugly, and George says they're ugly and hairy. And they have like one big eyebrow that goes like across the top of their forehead. I think George, quite frankly, is probably an agent provocateur. He's probably from Peru or somewhere and putting on this fake Cuban act to get sympathy. We have 2 open lines a day, 751. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about yesterday, I forgot because we were so intensive in ripping Rick Riley. Justifiably so, by the way. See, yesterday he got back into something he knows about. Do you hear the first caller? Well, there's 42 inches of packed powder out there in Colorado. That's more like it, Rick. Stick with that skiing, man. That's right up your alley, Sally. But the thing on 60 Minutes on Sunday about Jay Leno, I was so depressed after I saw that. I mean, I come in here, and I'm not tooting my own horn because there are a lot of guys, Rick and Suds come in, they do 4 hours every day, 5 days a week. Extemporaneous. I mean, it's all strictly off the top of your head, and their callers a lot of times come up with some funny stuff, even by accident. But, I mean, here's a guy who's got all these writers, like 3-4 guys. They sit around a table till 4 o'clock in the morning with all these 3x5 cards, and he's recording all these one-liners and listening to it back and listening to the inflection, and I got news for you. It ain't paying off, Jay, or Johnny, or any. I mean, it's paying off in the paycheck, in the wallet. But in terms of being funny, if that's the best those guys can do, with all of those writers and spending all of that time, then there's something damn wrong going on today, I'll tell you that. Maybe it's just that the comics today suck, most of them, because back in the days of the Sid Caesar show, and they used to have Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks, goes like that, and they were funny. I mean, it was really funny stuff. But I'm getting choked up about it. 9:49 at WIOD. It's Honor the Ugly Cubans Day. Now, see, I shouldn't start that because that's going to be perceived as an ethnic thing. And Jorge Mas Canosa will come on and call George a redneck, and we'll start a whole big deal here today.
610 WIOD.
Dale cuerda a mi reloj.
Which means that George is a redneck. 9:53 at WIOD. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, you're the only thing happening on WIOD. Yesterday, I want to hear some sports, about the Marlins or basketball with the Heat.
Yeah.
You know who they had on yesterday in Sports Talk?
Probably some football geek.
We're number one, Erickson.
Oh, are you serious?
Already, Neil.
It's the 18th of March. It's the 18th. Skin is not in the air.
I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
And so I had to switch to QAM,
Yeah.
I didn't have no other choice. Neil, I just want to say something to my friend Tony.
Yes, sir.
Tony, Jose, he does have foreskin.
Can I ask you a question, by the way?
Yeah.
Are you Cuban?
Yeah.
Okay, because George made this. George is Cuban himself. I want you to understand that.
Yeah,
so
everybody knows.
Well, he pretends to be. And he said the Cuban guys are ugly.
Maybe he is ugly.
Huh? Well, yeah, he's probably just talking about himself.
Exactly.
He also said that Cuban women, they're like a whole bunch and sleazy and look like Egyptians in drag.
You don't know what he's talking about, Neil.
Yeah. Well, George is married to a wasp, a very tall, attractive wasp. So I think he's got his own prejudices there that we're going to have to work on. Maybe we'll find him like a real fat Cuban babe on the side or something.
Exactly.
Teach him what it's all about. Okay, have a great day.
Hey, take care, Neil.
Adios. You just need a little change of pace, George. That's what I keep telling Orlando. 9:54 at WIOD. We have an open line in Dade. Where's my goddamn soup? Man, see this thing about life? When you need it, you don't get it. When you don't even want it, it's all around you. You know what I'm saying? Now, not just the soup either. But when you really are desperate for it, it just ain't going to be there. You know what I'm telling you? Here's a lady in the Gables.
Hi, Neil.
How you doing?
I'm Cuban.
Yeah, and you're not ugly. You're fat.
I'm 32 years old. I weigh 95 pounds. I'm 5 feet. Well, I say I'm 5'4", but I'm about 5'3".
Yeah. Are you married?
Huh? No.
You're not married?
No, and I'm a good-looking person.
Well, what's the story? Do you have a boyfriend?
A couple.
A couple?
2 or 3.
Or 3 or 4? One for each day of the week?
Huh?
Now, are they Cuban? You go with Cuban guys?
No, I hate Cuban men.
What?
They have foreskin.
Oh, no!
I like Jewish men.
You like Jewish men because they're circumcised. And they
there's Cuban men that are circumcised. Only the wealthy Cuban men.
Tengo mucho pellejo en la punta.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That
right, that's the problem.
Only Cuban men that were wealthy were circumcised.
Why? Did it cost a lot for the bris?
I don't have no idea.
Man, you must use like a gold-plated knife or something. I don't get it.
But
I thought that the Cuban guys who were born... How old are you?
32.
32. Well, the Cuban guys who were born in this country, from what I thought, are mostly circumcised.
I hope so.
At least according to my experience.
Yeah, but they're...
Huh?
I don't like Cuban men.
Why? Are they like ugly and fat and hairy?
No, because they play around.
Ah, there you go. Well, see, the stereotype is that Cuban guys get married to a Cuban woman who is going to have their children, then they have like an Anglo girlfriend on the side. That's the stereotype.
Oh, whatever. I'm going out with the boys tonight. Yeah, right, babe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's another story. And they are going out with the boys.
Yeah,
that's right.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Most of them are.
Trust me when I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I think you made the right choice. Just stay footloose and fancy-free.
That's it.
And tell George next time you talk to him he's full of crap.
Yeah, George, he's full of crap.
Okay.
Anyway, can I call somebody a douchebag?
Go ahead. No, I'm not misquoting. Who is it?
I'll call Kirk. I met you.
You met who?
I met you.
You met me?
Yes, at Pizza Loft.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You're going to come up there on...
Kirk a douchebag.
We're going to be there again on Tuesday, March 31st. You can come up again and give George a punch in the face.
Are you going to be there again?
Yeah, March 31st.
No, I'll calendar that in.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye. I didn't misquote you at all, George. I'm quoting you exactly what you said. You said Cuban guys are mostly ugly and hairy. They're like Ron Jeremy without the circumcision. That's exactly what you said. Have to start a whole ethnic thing here today. Oh, by the way, it's interesting, speaking of that Senator Alan Dixon of Illinois is going to be history. Didn't even win his own party's primary. Got beat last night. and much to do about the fact that he defected and turned turncoat and voted for that right-wing slimeball Clarence Long Dong Thomas to the Supreme Court. How do you like that? So it's not just Rubbergate that's going to bounce some of these assholes out of there, but people have been watching, even though they're morons, most of them, they've been watching a little more closely than some of these guys think. Bill Clinton for president got my vote about 10 times. And my mother, who says that she's not going to vote, who fools around, I got news for her, okay? She's voting on Election Day if I have to drag her with a freight train, with a tractor, or else. Can you beat that? She's not voting for a guy to be president who fools around. I said to her, what about Kennedy and Eisenhower and Roosevelt? Well, nobody knew about that. So in other words, if you keep it a secret, it's okay, but as long as she knows it, then she's not going to vote for you. How do you like that? What a pile of crap, Ma. You idiot. Let's go to Daytona Beach.
Dale!
Yeah.
Cuban people they smell, too.
Oh, would you stop?
They do.
Is that why you're up there in Daytona? You try to get away from all...
Spring break.
What?
Spring break.
Oh.
Spring break.
Well, Cuban...
Shut up. Shut up. It's Neil Rogers.
George said that you're an asshole, but we don't want to get into a big ethnic battle here now. It's the Anglos and the Cubans again. We just got that all straightened out last night.
Cuban smell.
Okay, and so do you. 9:59 at WIOD. Do Cubans smell too, George? How about Indians? Do Indians smell? I don't want to get into a whole ethnic thing here. I'm just minding my own business. And George made some inflammatory ethnic remark against his own people, and now I'm getting in the middle of it. I love everybody, okay? Well, I do have Orlando's picture here. What's the deal now with Denenberg and Sonny in the soup, okay? See, Denenberg, you are not only an asshole, you're useless. You're a little twit. You can't get the job done, baby. You can't get anything done. Useless. Just like wasting space on the face of the planet. WIRD News, and thanks for the great recipe for the Homentaschen, by the way. Henry, nice job, Mr. O'Barrel. Rick and Suds have the Wheel of Meat, top 10 tabloid trash headlines from 2 to 6. Jim and Joe on Football Talk at 6:05. And the preview of the NCAAs, those college hoops, man, it's getting hot and heavy. The Hank Goldberg Show, 8 to 11 o'clock tonight.
This is News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD presents the Neil Rogers Show. To get in touch and talk with Neil, dial 751 WIOD from Dave. In Broward, it's 524 WIOD. Outside the 305 area code, toll free 1-800-944-WIOD. And Bell South Mobility customers make a free call by dialing star IOD. The opinions expressed by the guests, hosts, or callers are not necessarily those of this station. Now, here's Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD.
You beat me in the ratings. You're better than I am.
Even the competition agrees. The Neil Rogers Show on WZTA, Miami Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches is the best morning show in South Florida.
Anybody who gets a 9 share on an AM station is a hero in my book. You're like St. Thomas Aquinas. You got no problem with me.
Even the other morning shows listen to the Neil Rogers Show on Theta 4.
I hope you beat me in the ratings. You're better than I am.
Well, what can we say about that? I am that hemorrhoid. 12:06 at WIOD. And you remember the time I saw Joey in Winn-Dixie that night, and I came on the air, that's a couple of months ago, and I mentioned it, and I'm sure it was him, I'm positive. And we got all these different wildly conflicting stories about Joey. Does anybody care? Sunrise.
Well, now that I guess Paulie's gone and, well, George is out of his mind, I guess Bill Clinton is the only one with a little foreskin.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? I'm out here in beautiful Sunrise today. Just having
Who the hell is this?
Time.
Who is this?
This is Mr. Announcer.
Oh, well, isn't that wonderful?
I'm an announcer just like you, Neil.
Well, that's great. What station do you work at, Exxon?
No, I don't work at any station. I'm self-employed, and I just sit in a little padded room and talk like this all day.
Well, that means you're like out of work on the beach. Good. Join the club.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I am a virgin caller with your fabulous show. And I would just like to tell you about this tremendous, I mean absolutely, can you believe I talk like this?
Yes.
Absolutely ridiculous pork meeting that I saw today as I was driving off the Seahorse Expressway. I'm talking about the Sawgrass, of course, Neil. Don't I really sound official? Anyway, I was coming off the Sawgrass Expressway. Hang on a minute, Neil. Hold your chutzpah, or whatever
Is this
it is.
Bush Bing Bang in drag or what?
Well, I'm something.
God.
Anyway, I'm coming off the Seahorse Expressway at Sunrise
You're coming
Boulevard.
off of something, all right. I think it's a 3-day drunk.
Well, no, I haven't had a drink in years.
Right.
Anyway, I'm coming off the Seahorse Expressway, looking off to my left, and what do I see? But there must have been more pigs than in a pig pen. Neil, I didn't have to drive through there. I had to wallow through there. And guess what, Neil? I heard the reason that they're pulling people over is to see if they have, like, cigarette lighters that are hot, and they'll give you a ticket.
Right.
What is the meaning of this, Neil?
They have the hotometer, and if your thing is too hot, man, you're history.
I'll tell you,
You're
these
dead
guys, Neil, there must have been at least a dozen.
Who is this?
This is Mr. Announcer.
No,
out of
seriously, who
Sunrise.
is this? We have got to know who this is. Who is this?
I wouldn't repeat my name on the air, even if I had your paycheck, Neil.
Yeah, I bet you would. About 20 times you'd repeat it. Then wouldn't have to repeat it again.
Well, you know, Neil, it's like this.
Who is this?
I'll call you again sometime, Neil.
Okay, nice talking to you, Mr. Announcer.
This fabulous relationship. It's just Mr. Announcer up in beautiful Sunrise.
Goodbye.
Have a nice life, Neil.
Who was that? I know who that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like Jerry Markbright. I know who it is, but I can't put my finger on it, probably. Who was that? Sounded like a cross between Gary Owens and Rush Limbaugh. 10 minutes, Pat. You know who it is?
Sounded like Mr. Microphone.
Yeah! It's Mr. Microphone. Oh, that was, what's his name? That was, whatchamacallit? Ron Hershey Highway, wasn't it? No, he don't sound like that. It's Mr. Microphone. Oh, so Sonny's too embarrassed to call in now because he's made a fool of himself. He keeps sticking that banana in his mouth in public. And has been banned in most of South Florida as a result. So now he's got Mr. Microphone calling in. That did sound like him. How come he's so good on this show and those things he does on air are so lame? God. This is Mr. Microphone, and it's the Sonny Fox Show with Ron Hersey and Sonny Fox. Oh, God. Give me a break, Sonny. That was Mr. Microphone. Well, he's probably searching for an audience. Sooner or later, they all land over here, man. They know where the audience is, and it sure ain't over there. Consumer Credit Law Center. Speak of the devil. If you're one of the thousands of radio deadbeats out there, brother, sister, then you need the Consumer Credit Law Center. They can remove those derogatory, disgusting, revolting, bad things from your credit report. And everybody deserves a second chance, even people in this business, except you-know-who next door at the coast, who's probably had more chances than the ever-ready cat. It takes about 90 to 120 days to correct, and they're going to eliminate those things from your credit bureau files. In fact, they guarantee it. That's right. It's 100% guaranteed their service to clear your records, or you get your money back. $400 for a single, $500 for a couple, and you can even finance their fee. How the hell do you like that? If you've had bankruptcies, bad debts, late credit card payments, foreclosures, IRS liens, Chapter 7, Chapter 11, Chapter 182, whatever it is, instead of letting those sit around and ruining your credit by being on there for 7 years, have them wiped away with the Consumer Credit Law Center and get a fresh start. Call them today, 832-0130. Tell them Mr. Microphone told you to call, 832-0130.
Have you taken a good look in your closet lately? Anything in the...
610 WIOD.
You got me all screwed up here, George. I was going to put this thing in the phone. I've been talking to our celebrity voice there.
I've been suffering with the swelling and the itching and all of the pain that goes along with it for several months now, and I've tried everything from sitz baths to suppositories, and nothing has worked. And amazingly enough, the only thing that has worked has been Neil Rogers. Just by listening to one show, all the itching has stopped, the pain has gone away, and The swelling is really dissipated, and it's all because of Neil Rogers.
Yeah.
12:14, we have an open line in Broward where Mr. Douchebag was on. And somebody just dropped off in date. I can't get over that. Look at that. Now I feel really depressed. We were doing so well, you know. We started out a little slow, a little laid back this morning, and then they all got lit up like somebody lit a gigantic hemorrhoid under their butt. 751 WIOD in Dade and 524 in Broward. Cutler Ridge.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have to follow Mr. Microphone.
That wasn't Mr. Microphone. That was his brother-in-law.
Well, this is the Cutler Ridge Chronic, and at least I have
calling
a
from
phone.
death row. What is it?
Cutler Ridge Chronic.
Yeah.
I have a good telephone, so at least I got...
Well, you could fool the hell out of me, sir. You sound like you're calling from, like, Roseanne Barr's butt.
Oh, okay. He was talking about gangsters with badges.
Yeah.
Okay? There you go.
Go ahead.
Okay. You know, the frog lover call got me set off. I've been set off anyway. But you hit it right on the head. You know, what was wrong with him, and every ass-kisser like him, is that they cater to the policies of Reagan and Bush and all their fascist cronies.
Yep.
I mean, if, you know, back in the 60s, I don't want to be old-fashioned, but you were either part of the problem or part of the solution. And in every political group, they need their thugs, their soldiers, and good music there.
Yeah.
Here we have state and local pigs, IRS, and DEA thugs.
Yep.
You know, and not to get too personal, because I have a case in federal court, but I had quite a bit of money stolen from me by the federal government.
Henry Barrow's got a case in federal court.
Yep.
Seagram's.
And this is serious, and like I said, I can't get into detail, but there were no drugs involved, nothing illegal. They stole money. It was cash money. I sold some property, and the cash is being transported. We have receipts for it, everything else. It's been in federal court for a year and a half, and I still don't have my money and no interest. Unbelievable.
I'll be damned. Well, good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
Hang in there.
And keep on fighting for us, Neil.
Okay.
Bye.
Go in the backyard and yank that weed out of the ground right now, pal. Or you're dead meat. 12:16 at WIOD. Boy, Mr. Microphone Jr. just kind of like set me off there. I wasn't expecting that, you know, and I'm still like about only 20% recovered from this crud. It's my Malaluka thing again. If anybody calls me and starts hocking a Chinik with that Malaluka crap, man, I'm just going to jump right through the microphone, Mr. Jupiter.
Hello, Neil.
Hello.
How are you today?
Happy Purim to you, sir.
Okay. I'm a Graham, though, so I don't know what that
I bet they're having a lot of big Purim parties up there in Jupiter right now, or probably right next door, like right on the edge of Uranus.
Right out in the farms there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Yidlach on the farm, man, are really doing it.
You're right on.
Yes, sir.
Listen, did you get your cable hooked up?
It was
finally
hooked up.
Call you or whatever?
They did finally call me, I will say that, last Friday, I believe. I haven't called them back. I figure if it took them 6 weeks to call me,
really?
I'll wait about 5 or 6 and then give them a friendly call.
Hey, they'll be billing you tomorrow, don't worry.
No, they already are billing me for my old address, so I'm not like stealing anything. I have the exact same service. They just don't know that I've got it. And they don't even know that I've moved because evidently they got lost in the translation because they're too busy sending out bills.
Yeah, really. Well, I saw something on TV. They said they'd hook it up right away. 1-800-CABLE-ME.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I'd give you
Tell them to call 1-800-CABLE-THIS.
Yeah, cable. Well, that's too many letters.
Well, that's okay. It'll still get the message across.
That referee is Jerry Marquardt, not...
No, wrong. Mark Bright. I will bet you every dime that I have in my paycheck against 50 cents.
Well,
his name is Mark Bright.
Well, your famous news guy there said Markham. So you're saying Mark Bright now, and it's Marquardt.
Wrong. Okay. Jerry Mark Bright. I've been watching the National Football League, sir, for 36 years. His name is Jerry Mark Bright. I can see his ugly face in front of me right now, and I can see him emphatically punching out those arms. Timeout, TV timeout, right now. Trust me.
And his microphone's not working.
Right. Well, that's always true.
Right.
Especially for that Jerry Siemens, who's like 700 years old and weighs 14 pounds.
It
what
really
is it?
irritates me they've taken away the replay.
It's a bunch of crap. We finally get something good so that at least once in a while we can get a call. That's right. Not too often, but at least
once. Wait till they have a big game and we got one of those calls again.
I'm telling you, I'm taking my Helmut Zacharias out to JRS and my artillery and my tank.
Sammy will be fumbling and, yeah.
Yep.
Bad. Peter Krenzer's a douchebag.
Okay.
He's going back to Rochester this week.
Really?
And he's going to eat White Hots until his blood pressure goes through the roof.
That'll do it, man. Just about 2 days of Don and Bob's and Vic and Irv's, and that'll do it. He'll be dead meat.
Yeah,
well, have a great day, sir, and give a big kiss on the lilacs.
I don't kiss him. See you later.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. Make a note of that, George. We have an open line out of town. I mean, he's calling from Jupiter. He don't want to spoil his image up there. He got a lot of kin listening right now, a lot of kin folk and farm folk, and they don't like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Them folk. What are we doing now? Oh, we're doing Toyota Hollywood. We like them folk, man, because they're great folk over there at Toyota Hollywood, calling all Toyota buyers, potential or thinking about it, because it's a Toyota buyer's alert at Toyota of Hollywood. Don't even think about buying a new Toyota until you check with the bald old Irish Patrick Murray. Happy St. Paddy's Day and happy Purim, Patrick.
Right now at your participating Napa Auto Parts store, buy 3 Napa shocks or struts in any combination and get 1 free. Save on Autolite non-resistor spark plugs. Now just 64 cents each after rebate. Plus Belden high-performance spark plug wire sets as low as $1.99 after rebate. Save now at your participating Napa Auto Parts store. Hurry, sale ends April 12th.
610 WIOD.
Fat Rich said that the bird's a liar. The bird's a liar.
Madonna, Madonna, Mondo Skate, Madonna, 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 you're smart, but you're not. Every time I see you, it's my dinner I blow. There's better looking freaks on Sally's show. Just an ugly coffee brought from head to toe. Stinking up the place wherever you go. Always acting sophisticated. Like in Miami when you hitchhike naked. No one wants to see your knobby knees. So won't you put your clothes back on, please? You're smart, but you're not. Sleazy little girl with the flabby buns. You have the money now, so go and shave your arms. Schmutzy little girl, your career won't stand a chance. If you put any clothes on, you know it won't last. She always wears orange stockings, torpedo bras, like her lingerie department in a Kmart store. A useless bag like Zsa Zsa Gabor. You're just another $50 whore.
Yeah. 1224 at WIOD as we continue doing our thing for you every day, 9:30 to 2, right here in Yahoo City. So what's the story? Are Rick and Sets doing that thing tomorrow? We still don't know. Oh, God, is that embarrassing. Are we doing that thing? Do you know, Tim, from the stadium tomorrow? We are doing it. Do they know about it? Oh. Well, at least somebody knows about it. That's a good start. Rick and Suds live from Joe Robbie Stadium tomorrow. We got a big weekend exhibition baseball at the stadium. And we are sucking around heavy duty to try to get those Marlin games, man. Here's a lady in Boca. A lady in Boca is gone?
No, she's here.
Oh, geez, don't do that. God, I almost
Sorry.
flew off the chair.
I'm a first-time caller and a first-time listener, and my
No, it's a first-time listener?
Yes, I am.
Where have you been all my life?
I don't know. I'm just here in Boca.
Probably hanging out with Mr. Microphone in Sunrise.
Exactly. But my friend's been telling me, and I want to hear Clint Eastwood as the Beaver.
Really?
Yes.
In other words, you want us to get a little Beaver intensive for you today, huh?
Exactly.
Well, it's kind of a little tacky to call on a show that you never heard before the very first day and make a request and stuff like that, but since you sound so charming, and how long have you been listening this morning or this afternoon or today or whatever?
About 3 hours.
3 hours? And what's the verdict? You better say something really nice and suck around, then I might play the stuff.
I think this is incredible. I love it.
Great! And the show, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, go back to your radio and whip that baby up, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Have a great day. And by the way, happy Purim.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
It's the all-new Leave It to Beaver, starring Barbara Billingsley, Hugh Beaumont, Tony Dow, and Clint Eastwood as the Beaver.
You wanted to see me, Dad?
Yes, Beaver. Sit down.
I am, Dad. Keep in mind, I'm 6'4". So, what's the problem, Dad?
Beaver, I have never been more disappointed in you than I was today when you walked in the principal's office wearing that horrible sweatshirt.
Oh, you mean my Beastie Boys sweatshirt?
Right. And I just can't understand it. Just this morning, your mother and I both told you to take that sweatshirt off before you went to school. Now, why did you deliberately disobey us?
Come on, Dad. It's the biggest concert of the year. Run DMC and the Beasties, and I already got my tickets.
Oh, no, Beaver.
Oh, yeah, Dad.
All right, you can go.
That's what I thought. I'll try to bring you home a DMC T-shirt.
1227 at WID. Welcome to our little party, ma'am, whoever you are. It's so nice to have you with us and see how agreeable we are sometimes, unless somebody calls up and acts like a psychotic bitch. By the way, the Dr. Susan Block show, I want to mention this again. I don't know who left this, but I'm pretty excited. Can we look into this, George? Can we take our show on the road? It says, Dr. Susan Block makes love to Orlando on WQBQ radio. Can we at least get some tapes of that? Some audio effects? Something. And she's doing her series of 4 safe sex shows with Orlando, I believe, or in Orlando. Well, that's bad. On the subjects of masturbation, phone sex, making out, and heavy petting, and condoms. Not necessarily in that order. Okay, 1228, let's go to Hollywood on the Star Line.
Hi, how you doing, Neil?
I'm doing it, man.
Want to wish you a heartfelt, happy Purim to you and your part.
Yeah.
I think you were talking, that rep you were talking about, I think it might be Jerry Penacoli.
The what?
The
Jerry
rep.
Penacoli and the gerbil, yeah.
It could be him. But
Right.
anyway, I think it's a disgrace that they've...
It was kind of embarrassing when a gerbil would, like, run out on the field and get lost, and they'd, like, delay the game for hours at a time.
Anyway, I think it's terrible that they removed that, the instant replay. It stinks.
Mark my words, sir. Mark right my words. They're going to be real sorry real fast. Like in the first week of the season next year, they're going to be real sorry.
You're absolutely right. A lot of bad calls last year.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Even with the replay, there were a lot of bad calls. Can you imagine now it's going to be a nightmare?
Terrible. Anyway, I want to suck around. I'm a first-time listener, first-time caller, and I
No,
want to
you're
hear
not.
young Neil.
No, you're not. Yeah, have a nice life. Boy, who are you kidding? 12. What a sense of humor he's got. 1229 at WIOD. Let's go home now because I got my check and we had a good lunch and the calls have been not too bad. And we had Mr. Microphone and we had that first-time young lady and not too bad today, huh, for a Thursday in a crappy town. Starline's open, Star IOD, Fort Lauderdale.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
I saw the neatest bumper sticker, Neil.
That said?
You seen, the insignia for the Japanese, the orange sun with
Yeah.
the white background?
Yes, sir.
That just say no across it. I love it.
Just
Anyway,
say no? What was it, like on a Toyota or something?
No, it's on an American car.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Sorry, Pat. Pat Murray had a great sense of humor, folks.
Anyway.
Oh, by the way, there was a thing. Pat Buchanan had one of his stupid press conferences yesterday, and his wife was up there on the podium, and they said, "Are you going to get rid of the Mercedes?" And she got up there. She said, "It's for sale. Anybody want to make an offer? Ha ha ha! Not, you know."
Really. Anyway.
They said if you scrape the swastika off the windshield, like maybe they'll consider it. Fascist pigs.
No doubt about it. Anyway, the reason I called, I think that the instant replay, I think they should give each coach 2 or 3 chances to use it at their own discretion.
Right.
End of story. Look how much revenue the advertising and everything they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. It shortens the game.
Once they find that out, man.
No doubt.
Although I was reading a thing in the Satellite TV Week yesterday that the NFL, because they made such a greedy, disgusting deal with the owners that they're like extending it, and it's like almost they're giving it to the networks for nothing for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying?
Were they talking about pay-per-view now?
Never going to happen. Forget it. Never going to happen.
I didn't think so.
Never will fly. Believe me. That'd
No
be
way.
the death knell of the game if they try that crap.
That's facts.
With about 80% of those games that are on Monday night, they couldn't pay us to watch them.
Anyway, if you can give me a little chill on my bones, I'm homesick. Let's hear some Dick Burton or some CKLW or something.
Boy, I think I'm having a relapse. Well, what the hell ever happened to Dick Burton, by the way? Kathy Pain-in-the-Ass Livingston called the other day and said that when Dick was down on the West Coast a couple of weeks ago, he was trying to call on the 800 number and, of course, couldn't get through, which I find hard to believe because anybody can get through on our 800 line. But he's back up in Detroit making a lot of bucks.
Okay, sir. Have a good day.
There you go. Oh, whatever happened to my CKLW jingles? Oh, You remember CKLW, sir?
Losing it.
What?
Oh, yeah. Believe me, I do.
Oh, I don't like that. Bud Davies likes it. It's nice and slow.
CKLW. There it is.
Golden. Yeah. Okay, now we're doing it. Right on the Edsel Ford Expressway, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Have a great day.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. See you at Lou's Finer Deli. Not. See you at Skipper's Table. Boy, that used to be great. There was a deli, not a deli, a smorgasbord place. There were two of them, one in Plymouth and the other one on, I think, 7 Mile Road in Detroit. They were called Skipper's Table Smorgasbord. And most smorgasbord places are like for old people. I don't want to mention any down here that are like mostly out of business, where they go in and they put their teeth in a glass and it fizzes while they eat. And the spaghetti tastes like the corn and the mashed potatoes taste like the meatloaf. And, you know, no, this was great. Skipper's Table. And you could go back like 100 times. And I had a friend, salesman, as a matter of fact. Oh, I shouldn't say that. A radio salesperson from Albion, Michigan. And before we'd go to the track at Hazel Park or Wolverine at night, we'd go over to Skipper's Table and eat about 400 pounds worth of food for like $3.99. That was the best. Skipper's Table, man. They don't make them like that anymore. Plantation.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Melaleucas aren't in bloom now.
Oh.
And if the thing you got gets into your chest, you're going to think you have bronchitis and pneumonia wrapped up into one.
What does that mean?
It means that you'll be coughing your brains out.
What do you mean the thing I got? I got a head cold.
Well, don't let it drop down.
Don't let it... How about my cold?
That too.
Oh. No, it's like almost gone.
All right.
I think.
All right.
You're trying to talk me back into it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Misery loves company.
Why not?
Okay. I'll work on it. See ya.
Since you're so Godfather intensive today,
yes,
the only thing I've seen that's bigger than U.S. Steel is the day I walked up behind Hank Goldberg at the track. Take it easy.
Okay. Smart ass, man, I'll tell you. Which one have I got out? I don't even know which one of these I got out. I'm so damn Godfather intensive, I got them all out. Ooh. Number two. I tell you, when you're having a stressful, traumatic, awful day, there's just something so soothing about this music, you know? I don't know about you, but it sure does it for me. It just kind of calms me down. It's like somebody is making me a musical offer that I can't refuse. Let's do Miami. Hello? Miami? Buenos tardes? Hasta luego? Hasta la vista? Hasta your ass? Let's do Leisure City.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
I'm doing it.
That's good. Hey, first off, I want to clarify you on that replay vote.
Ooh, I love it. Go ahead.
Not only did the douchebag Jets vote against it.
The Giants also vote against it.
Not only them, but also the counterfeit Bills.
All the New York State teams voted against it. Well, what the hell do they know?
Well, let's see. Did the Jets?
Sounds like they're trying to pull
too?
a fast one. Yeah, the Giants also, because the Giants and the Jets were like back-to-back on the list, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, triple play there.
Yeah, screw them.
Have you seen any of this baby lollipop trial?
Baby lollipops. First of all, the name of the trial what the media does here, I have a headache from thinking about it.
Yeah, well, have you seen that girl who's testifying for the state, Olivia? Well, girl, I guess, whatever, Olivia Gonzalez?
Yeah.
You seen the sideburns on her, man? She looks like Elvis.
No, she looks like Luke Perry on Beverly Hills 902016438.
Are those babies real, or is that Charles Alfieri sideburn?
Right.
Yeah. Jeez, I mean, I don't know. Did you tell her to butch up?
Only her proctologist knows for sure, sir.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you about this Buchanan thing.
Who?
You know, not Buck Buchanan. Buchanan, the guy who's trying to run president. He can't be
Heinrich.
Yeah, Heinrich Buchanan. He can't be president, really, can he? I mean, didn't they pass a law after Roosevelt was president, Franklin Roosevelt, that no more presidents with the same last name? Yeah. They had Teddy, and we already had a president named Buchanan.
Right.
So they can't.
It's too bad because the Cubs were hoping to get Steve Wilson elected president before they traded him to the Dodgers, and they just missed out.
They just totally...
Good way to get rid of him, though.
Yeah.
Well, listen, have a great day. In fact, it would be a good way to get rid of Danny Jackson, too, but I guess we got beat on that baby, too. Have a great life, sir. Look at that. 2 open lines in day. That's a first in hours on this show. Does that mean we're like coming screeching to a halt in the middle of lunch hour? We hope not. God, they just know how to stick it to you when you least expect to rate it. 524. No, what is it? I don't even know what the number is. 751. I think it's setting into my lungs deep, George.
Well, here I am again, your Century Village man, Chuck Zink.
Here I am again. This is Rick from Carpet and Tile Expo.
Stainmaster protects against most common food and beverage stains. Stainmaster is certified and warranted by DuPont.
610 WIOD.
1240 at WIOD. We got a mobile in Fort Lauderdale.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
The longer I wait on this, the more I get mad at your cheapskate management for not getting Cellular One Starline.
Sir, what can I say?
What happened?
What you hear is what you get. What you see is what you get. Cheap,
Hey.
Irish. They're thrifty, sir. They're like the Scottish. They're thrifty. Like the frogs.
Hey, just one note on that replay, which sucks. I can't believe they did that.
Yes.
All I got to say is first one that voted against it coach-wise that complains on a call has got nothing to say.
Exactly. In fact, I think they ought to call it against him just out of spite. I mean, like a real obvious one. Just to
If they
piss
were
him off.
smart, you know, all they want is money, money, money. What they ought to do is have advertisers sponsor like a replay minute. You know, like to buy Budweiser or something. You know?
Right. There you go.
Bucks.
They can have like
Anyway,
another Bud Bowl in between like 4,500 times a game.
That's right. Okay, I just want to throw that in.
Okay, have a great life and happy Purim to you. Bye-bye. 1241, we have an open line in Broward, 524. There's something I just have to hear one more time today. I got to hear it. I have to confess, because it's not even like from this show, but it's got to be in the top 5 and bubbling right now.
So who'd you vote for?
Well, I was on the other guy's ballot.
What other guy?
The Republican guy.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Ted. I didn't want to break that.
Which one did you vote for,
I'm not going to get into it, Ted. You'll freak out on me, okay?
No way.
Yeah.
That hooded freak?
Which one? Be specific.
What's his name, man?
I'm not going to argue politics.
The guy from CNN?
Ted Turner, yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You voted for Buchanan?
I voted for Ted Turner.
Dude, why don't you just send the police right into my pad?
I do.
Why don't you just give them my phone number and address?
Ted.
And let them come over and kill me. Man, you're going to elect the thought police.
Ted, this wasn't a presidential election. This is a primary, okay? I didn't have a chance to vote for the other side. Give me the chance to vote for the other side.
Rick?
What?
My pal, Rick, voted for a Nazi?
I knew this would be... I didn't vote for a Nazi!
1242 at WIOD. I rest my case. Here's a mobile in Stewart.
Neil.
Yeah.
First time caller.
Well, how about that, eh?
Come on.
What? I know who this is.
Huh?
I know who this is.
I know. It's been a while.
Where were you last night up at Pompano Park when we needed your money?
I was at no-show. I had to work last night.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm sorry.
You were working it out.
I'm afraid to go see you. Since you went on that tirade on me the day after I saw you last time, you know, I'm kind of fearful of coming up and saying hello.
You know, you are an asshole. Has anybody ever told you that lately? I didn't go on a tirade. All I said was, how come it was that you and your very lovely girlfriend come over to the table after having your own very nice table not too far away the entire evening and seemingly perfectly happy there and actually cashing a few tickets through luck and come over and, like, squat halfway down into the chairs at my table and say, oh, is it okay if we sit down as your ass is hitting the seat? What was wrong with the other chairs? Were they, like, on fire?
She wanted to meet you.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
And, you know, she wanted to
After an evening with you, she probably wanted to meet anybody, I would imagine. God.
What night is the fans horse racing this week? Friday
night. Friday night. Don't ask me anything about that. I don't want to discuss it ever again. I mean, I'll be there. It's, what can I say?
Well, we might get a good price.
Yeah, right. You'll have a big price, all right. Yeah, even Bob Barker will be there. The price will be right. I am so overwhelmed. And I noticed that Porcupine is conspicuous by his fat absence here today with that stupid rule about $2 across the bar. See, do you want me to tell you the real story?
Yeah.
See, this summer for the summer meet, you know, like most of the guys are leaving. Like Pavey goes to the Meadowlands and Wally goes back up where he goes, and Kevin and Peter go back and Donnie Harbin to Detroit.
I was going to ask you who our drivers are going to be, by the way.
Well, I think Hogan is sticking around, and Donnie Brainerd will be like top dog, you know. And but anyway, Bruce Ranger is like right on the verge, you know, like one day he's going to stay, the next day he's not. So they really just suck it up to Brucey to stick around because he's a real good driver, and he's got, you know, he's a good horseman. And, well, he's okay. Yeah. And so this thing last night, I think they must have, I just can't believe it, you know? I mean, they're just like, Bruce, hey, we love you, and you won. He didn't win nothing, okay? Kevin is like God, and he wins that 10th race like a champion, and that you should have seen the photo for third. I'm telling you, if Gary Lewis wouldn't have dropped his slip on the track, Just before, I'm serious. He reached down to get it. If he would have hit the horse one more time, come on, Gary, wango your tango, baby, get your ass up there. And Brucey hangs on for third by like the slimmest of noses, and then winds up with a stupid deal. Now that Porcupine came up with $2 across the board. What does that got to do with driving skill?
It has nothing to do with anything. It's
no,
ridiculous.
let's have a race off. Let's do this right and stop sticking it to Kevin for crying out loud. What the hell did he ever do to us besides cash me a lot of tickets? Damn it.
Neil, I got a Dolphin question for you.
I think they're prejudiced against our Michigan drivers at Pompano Park, and I'm going to take some serious damn action about it like Friday night. I am. I'm going to go out there and blow away all the other horses and let Kevin and Peter and Donnie win by 10 lengths every race, just out of spite.
I'll be there Friday.
And I'm going to get that Kelly Shepard, too, for parking my horse 27 seconds the first quarter last night and then finishing 8th.
Oh, 27-second first quarter.
Kelly Shepard, man, don't even get me started, okay, about good old Kelly the Schlep. And he wonders why about half of those guys out there on the track would like to stick his ass in the infield lake.
Well, Joe likes to do that, too. Joe likes to park him out and gun him in the first quarter.
Joe is whipping him before they start. Before the gate opens, Joe is whipping and slashing. Joe had a horse last night, Coquille, in the 12th race, 2-5, okay? 2-5. At the top of the stretch, this horse stopped like he ran into a Mack truck, okay? Like he ran into a brick wall.
The Great Wall of China, I call it.
Exactly. That was Jolton Joe with Coquille. I got your Coquille right over here.
If they only ran 3/4 of a mile, Joe would win all the races.
Yeah. He's whipping it. I'm telling you, once Joe is through with a man, they don't walk for a month.
He loves to whip it, and the horses, too.
Yeah. That's what Dominic said.
Neil,
Will you cut the crap out? I'm watching the phone. We've had a great day, and the phones are dropping off here like flies.
All right, wait.
This is like Rick Riley talking about snow skiing, okay? Nobody cares.
And Pat Buchanan.
Yeah, pack this.
Neil, I just reordered my Dolphin season tickets.
Yeah.
And they sent me a notice saying that they're going to put aside a day for season ticket holders to come out and upgrade their seats, where you could actually go to the stadium and pick your seats if they're available.
Yeah.
Have you been to that in the past? Is it worth going down there for?
No, I don't pick my seat. My nose a little bit, but not my seat. Have a great day, Frank.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
In honor of Instant Replay being killed.
Yep.
Can you play Referee by Tom Petty?
Bye, Joel.
See ya.
1247. He is such a pain in the ass. We have an open line in Dade. We got 3 open lines now. We've been killing them all day long, and he comes on here and starts a whole damn thing about Pompano Park, which I love, but the audience, 98% of them, couldn't give one crap about. And the whole show is dead now. Thanks a lot, Joel. Wait till you sit down at the table next time. We got a little surprise for you. We got like an electric seat. Sally supplying the juice. All you orifice managers, I got a headache from his call, I really do. All you orifice managers out there, does your orifice use bottled water like ours used to here at WIOND? Well, if you do, you're probably wasting space and time by storing and schlepping those big, bulky, heavy, hernia-inducing bottles. And probably your bills are tough to decipher, and they fluctuate or flatulate from month to month.
Hi, this is Paul Songus.
Oh, it's 12:51. That's for the 1 to 2 hour, and I punched it up. Bad mistake. Anyways, they say in my backyard to my dogs in the morning in Plantation, don't void where prohibited. Anyway, the Marlin ticket contest giveaway here on this important radio show. Nothing to buy, nothing exciting to do. Just get out a postcard, 1 entry per person, and send you a postcard with your name, address, and phone number, shoe size, jockstrap size. Mail it to Marlin's Tickets, WIOD, Miami 33141. Postcards must be postmarked by Wednesday, April 1, or you can drop it off our 610 WIOD studios before 5 p.m. any day. On April 3rd is the deadline, okay? This is so confusing, I just want to die. Anyway, the winner will be drawn on this show Monday, April 6th, and the winner's going to get a pair of season tickets for the 1993 Florida Marlins season. How do you like that? Open to all persons except employees and their immediate families of Cox Enterprises, the Sisters, and the Florida Marlins organization. All entries become the property of 610 WIOD, acceptance of the prize, etc. Okay? Okay. 1252 at WIOD. Just get those cards in the mail. 1 per person, please. But if you got a family of 8, they can each send a card, so don't feel too bad, okay? Plantation again. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Oh. How did he know I was from Plantation? I never told him that.
Well, he assumed so.
I'm mobile right now. I was in Plantation when I called. I'm now in North Dade.
Wow.
On my own dime.
What a step in the wrong direction.
Anyways.
Yeah.
First, this Bob Stoper thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's real simple. Why doesn't he do like Sally did and just suck up to Ed Anson, so to speak, and he'll have no problem?
I don't think Susan would be too happy about that.
Well, you know, it worked for Sally. I mean, look how many years she's been there.
Right.
Second, Hank Goldberg. You ever listen to Hank?
I don't think Bob's got the right connection, so to speak. Do I ever listen to Hank?
Yes.
If I'm in the car at night, I always listen to Hank.
Okay.
Yes.
He's
Are you going to attack Hank?
Well, not really.
All I asked you is if you're going to. I wasn't like threatening you or something.
Okay.
I want you to keep in mind that Hank's been under the weather. He's got like a heart problem.
I'm under the weather.
He's
You're
been
under
in.
the weather.
I am too. Nobody cares
We're
about
under the
that.
weather. That's
He's
no
been in and out of the hospital. He's got like a breathing problem, and I mean he's like overweight.
He's not just Hank Goldberg.
He's a hippopotamus.
Go ahead.
Well, tell him to lose 100 pounds like you
He's
did.
got to. He's got to cut the crap.
Well, that's part of my thing. I mean, whenever you listen to him, he's always talking about the Raider cheerleaders and these fabulous babes at Prasad that plays the advertisers. I mean,
Yeah.
who the hell is he kidding? He couldn't get one of those chicks unless he paid for it.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, what are they going to do with a fat
What's
piece
wrong
of
with
crap?
that? So
Nothing.
what's wrong with that? He's got
But
the
he's
big
acting
bucks.
like he's
Why do you
got all
think he works like 80 hours a day? He's got serious, but that's probably why his heart's ready to stop. He's, I'll guarantee you.
I know, but he's acting like all these babes are all over him. Give me a break.
They are, and
Piece
that's
of crap
because they
like
work
that.
by the hour. What's wrong with that? I think you're just jealous, sir. Go out and get a boyfriend. 12:54 at WIOD. We have an open line in Broward. Boy, I'm telling you, I got the good stuff coming up now. That signals the end of this crud. When the really good stuff starts coming out from the bowels of your mucus glands, God. You're not going to believe this, okay? Nobody, and you won't care about it, but it's just ironic. Either I'm getting psychic or just I'm losing it. I'm watching my CBS morning show this morning, CBS Today or whatever the show is, and I'm sitting there. I know it's strange, but I'm thinking about the mucus because I'm like almost over this cold, and I've just for some reason I'm thinking about that we used to talk on here about the really dark green is like it's been in the body the longest, and then the yellow, which is kind of gross, but that's the rumor. That's the popular folklore that the darker the mucus, the longer it's been in the body. And wouldn't you know, just as I'm thinking about this, they come out with a story about not asthma. What's the thing? They've got this new DNA ACE, this new stuff to break up the mucus where people cough and choke, and we had it on our news all morning. Some kind of like bronchial disorder. And they're starting to talk about mucus. And my mind was on mucus, which is really not something I think about too much. Here's Fort Lauderdale.
Hi, Neil.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay. Your mind's not on mucus, is it?
No, not
That's
at
good.
all.
Excellent.
I want to wish you a happy Purim.
Mm-hmm. That's an organization we're starting called MOM, M-O-M, Minds on Mucus. Happy Purim to you, too. Happy Hamantashen.
Thank you.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you eat Hamantashen?
Yes.
Do you like the real ones like I like with the poppy seeds on the outside that are big and fluffy and soft? Or do you like those little hard triangular ones that are supposed to be for real?
I like the real ones.
The soft ones?
The soft ones.
Right.
I only like certain things that are hard, not Hamantashen.
Right. There you go.
I want to talk to you about one of your sponsors, Spicers.
Yeah.
Did you ever try them?
Yes.
You like them?
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of them at home.
What flavor?
Chocolate I love the best.
Yeah, I just tried the chocolate. I have to tell you this, Neil. They really suck.
You don't like them?
No.
I like
the
them.
barbecued ones suck the big weenie.
Yeah. What about the other ones?
I didn't try the other one.
Oh.
These are terrible.
What do you like with one of those phony fake diet plans or something?
No, you got to eat miracle berries first.
Oh, yeah, that
Eat
can't
the
hurt. Well,
spices.
call the plant doctor.
That'll work, right?
Okay.
Have a good day, Neil.
In fact, maybe you can plant some in your Hamantashen.
Excuse me?
I said have a great Purim.
You too.
Bye. She's with one of those like Jenny Craig or something. 12:57 at WIOD. We have an open line in Broward, 524. Out of town has quieted down considerably, and quite frankly, I couldn't give a flying crap less, to be honest with you. Here's Cutler Ridge.
Hey, good afternoon, Neil.
And how you doing, sir?
I'm doing lousy. You say misery loves company. I'm sick as a dog.
Oh, it's going around, man. It's the crud. It's creeping.
I woke up with it yesterday.
Yep.
So how long do I have? I got to look at the mucus?
Yeah, when they're real heavy duty, like dark green.
Oh, no, this is real clear.
Oh, no, that's just the beginning.
Oh, man. How long you had it?
Let's see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just about a week. That's why it takes about a week to get rid of a cold, and that's just about at the end, at the tail end.
Well, at least I'm home here taking care of myself.
Yeah, and you got a good weekend to get destroyed. It's always good getting a cold before the weekend and you get your whole weekend ruined.
Oh, geez, thanks. Listen, I'm not going to be one of these people jumping on the old bandwagon about the instant replay thing. I'm glad it's out of there.
Well, there we go. Finally a guy, even though he's full of crap, who's got the guts to say it. That's right. Good for you. Good for you.
About every call is a crucial call. I mean, how can they just call?
No, every call is not a crucial call. That's not. No, it's not.
Neil, if you get,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I explain something to you? In baseball, balls and strikes, and stuff that goes on, okay? Every pitch, there's another call. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every ball that's hit, the umpire has to make a call. Right. In football, even though there are a lot of calls to be made, let's face it, most plays in football, A, there's not a penalty, and B, there's not a controversy about whether it's complete or incomplete or a fumble or not.
Right.
So as compared to baseball, where there are hundreds and hundreds of pitches, football's a piece of cake. There aren't that many.
Yeah, but when you stop a play for this or this, you stop the momentum of the drive, and how many teams, especially Buffalo, in Cincinnati when they first started.
Yeah, but the reason for that is they didn't do it right. They were supposed to allow only so many seconds. There were some of those deals that went on for like a half an hour.
No kidding. I'm getting sick and tired of it. You know how fat I got going back to the fridge every time?
So why can't they just tighten it up a little bit?
Well, every time you make a rule in sports, you got to have rules to govern that rule.
Right.
And they're not doing it. And what did they do back in the old days? They paid the refs off. So, keep doing it here. What's the difference?
Oh, when it starts getting like purple, that's the time to call us again. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Feel better. Okay, well, he's under the weather. That, answers his problem. Not everybody's going to agree on this. We like one or two people who happen to be wrong. 751 WIOD. We have an open line to Dade. We got Lisa Campbell, I'll bet. Lisa here? Okay, she's Miss Dependable in there, okay? She may not get it right, but at least she's in there. Lisa's got the 1 o'clock news. We got Rick and Suds today with, what's her name is back again? Laura Korn with her cornball crab. 237 intimate questions every woman should ask a man, like can that be felt? And news from around the planet. And Sonny and Joe on Sports Talk at 6:05. And speaking of can that be felt, Dade County State Attorney Janet Reno with good old Hank, 8 to 11. That's awful low, man. Tonight.
This is South Florida's news, traffic, and weather station. News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches.
Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Campbell in the 610 WIOD News Center. The temperature at 1 o'clock, 85 degrees. From the 610 WIOD Weather Center, meteorologist Bob Soper. News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD.
Yeah. News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD presents the Neil Rogers Show. To get in touch and talk with Neil, dial 751 WIOD from Dade. Yeah. In Broward, it's 524 WIOD. Outside the 305 area code, toll free 1-800-944-WIOD. Yeah. And Bell South Mobility customers make a free call by dialing star IOD. The opinions expressed by the guests, hosts, or callers are not necessarily those of this station. Now, here's Neil Rogers on News Talk Radio, 610 WIOD.
Hi, this is Paul Songus, and even I listen to the Neil Rogers 1 to 2 hour.
And now, back to Chicken Jeopardy and your host, Alex Trebek.
We move on now to Double Jeopardy. Henny, you had the low score at the end of the last round. Choose a category, please. Extraterrestrials for 200. It makes strange noises in the chicken coop late at night. Yes, boneless. Frank Perdue, no. Cajun. No. What is a poultrygeist? A poultrygeist. Henny, you still have control of the board. To beak or not to beak for 600. He was the star of The Omen. Boneless. Correct, Gregory Peck. We'll return with final Chicken Jeopardy, where our category will be Choking the Pecker. Right after this.
106 at WIOD. It's our mammoth 1 to 2 hour. Songus is going to have lots of time to listen to all of 4.5 hours from now on. He just wants to be a good guy now and get out of the way. Don't bother nobody. Out-of-town lines open, 1-800-944. We'd like to be your president. Here's a lady in Miami on the Star Line.
Not anymore.
What?
I'm in Broward now.
Wow, are you making progress or what?
No, you're just a little slow.
Yeah, but we're paying for it.
That's true.
That's all that counts.
That's true.
That's why you're still there.
I'm sitting here drawing all over my banana.
Really?
Yes.
Well, me too.
Well, fun.
fun, isn't it?
It sure is.
Listen, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have things kind of quieted down about your new move? Are they leaving you alone?
About my new what?
Move, relocation?